Saturday. I just finished out a little, you know, stretchy. I'm in a chatty mood. Gonna do my skincare, but you know what I was thinking? I don't really feel like washing my face this morning. I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Like, sometimes I was just in the mood to basically splash cold water on my face, but I don't really feel like doing that today. There's not really a lot of logic behind it. As I've said in other videos, you don't need to wash your face twice a day. You know, it's kind of up to you. Anyways, so for simplicity's sake, what sunscreen should I use? So last weekend, I tried out for you guys a NIVEA sunscreen that had fragrance in it. Worn it a few times since then, and I do really like the finish on it. I ordered a bunch of NIVEA sunscreens actually, including the Sun Protect Water Milk Mild. So let's give this a go. I can't remember what is in this. I believe this one is free of fragrance, but don't quote me on that. This one I actually wore this yesterday, and it has a nice light finish to it. I feel as though there might be zinc or titanium dioxide, or maybe even both, because it is a little, ever so slightly white casty, but it's a pretty negligible cast. I just love how these Japanese and Korean sunscreens that are more lightweight, they spread. I just love how these sunscreens spread so easily on the skin. I hate sunscreens that kind of are sticky, tacky, and you have to spend a lot of time rubbing. And this formula I think is really good because yesterday it was hot, although interestingly enough, it has not been as humid as it normally is, but it's still perpetually humid here. Anyways, it was really comfortable to wear yesterday. Like, I felt like my skin was not suffocating. I think it allows for good sweat evaporation. I got this on YesStyle. I think you can also get it on Stylevana. Let me know in the comments, which website do you guys prefer ordering Japanese and Korean skincare products from, Stylevana or YesStyle? I've had great experiences with both. I've only ever ordered like skincare from Stylevana. YesStyle also has a lot of like homeware type things, clothing. They have a lot of cool little like kitchen gadgets. You can spend a lot of time on that website. Like, I have to restrict my use of that website. They also have a lot of craft supplies, stickers. It's a good time on there, let me tell you. But guess what I tried out this week? Snow cones are really popular here. Like, is that like a Texas thing, snow cones? I mean, I know snow cones are a thing all over the US at least, but here they're like whenever there's an outdoor event, there's gonna be like a snow cone truck. It's just like, they're really popular here. I guess because it's so hot that having a cone of ice covered in sugar is like desirable. But for the first time, I tried out a dill pickle snow cone. Okay, it was good for, I would say, the first third of it, and then I got very sick of it. It was good because it was so hot that having the salty pickle juice, I love pickles and pickle juice, I really do. Having the salty pickle juice was kind of like refreshing in an odd way. And then the ice was helpful for cooling down. But yeah, I couldn't finish it because I kind of got like pickle juice overload. But if anyone out there is pregnant and craving pickle juice, I think you would really like this, because especially now that summer is so hot, I think it would be a nice treat. I love pickles though. And I love pickled okra. Speaking of which, I have a new jar of it in my Frigidaire. Ooh, get excited. The things we live for in our older, wiser years. Pickled produce. What was I gonna do here? It has gotten so expensive. Everything has gotten so expensive lately. And I know people keep commenting on that, and it's like, what can you do about it, you know? Have you guys had to cut out anything in your lives to accommodate the price increase, like in order to stick to your budget. See, it's got a cast to it. I think if you have a lot of facial hair though, if you have a lot of facial hair, try the Skin Aqua UV Super Gel. I think that one would be a better choice for you. That's a chemical sunscreen, and I think it goes in facial hair much better. All right, I got a new bag of coffee. I don't think I've ever tried this Balance blend from FourSigmatic, but we're gonna give that a go today. I recently just finished the Chameleon coffee. Let's see if the bag has that turbo adhesive. All the coffee bags lately, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is with the supply chain and their adhesives, but man, they're just impossible to open without cutting into them, which I'm gonna have to do with this one. I noticed this maybe 6 months ago, and at first I thought it was just one brand, but it's pretty much been across the board. And I'm fortunate enough to have this cool canister to put my coffee in, but previously I always just kept it in the bags, but now that they've got this weird thing going on, that is just not possible. This canister is cool though. It compresses the air out so it keeps the coffee fresher. I have my little beverage station here. Anyways. It's hot. I'm here in my favorite place, the library. Mysteries. I haven't read a mystery in a while. That's kind of cute. A coffee house mystery. I like the artwork on this book. A coffee house mystery. Ooh, that looks sinister. Stalking the barista. Don't read this if you work at Starbucks. It may give you nightmares. But given how much I love coffee, I kind of feel like I should read these. Shot in the dark. I used to be really into these mystery books. Lillian Jackson Braun was the author. The Cat Who. Those were always really good. Comment below and if you've read any of those. What is this now? Cinnamon roll murder? Gingerbread cookie murder? Okay. This would go nicely with the coffee mysteries. I feel as if every time I come into this library, there's like different books. And this, I swear, is new here. This Hello Tokyo handmade projects and fun ideas for a cute Tokyo inspired lifestyle. Have I seen this here before? Maybe I have. This used to be my jam, like in middle school and high school, making polymer clay stuff, especially these Millefiori beads. It's like super gratifying. And it's not as difficult as it looks, it just requires patience. Like these are really advanced techniques, but let's see if they have it. This looks like a good time. 100 little Christmas gifts to make. Those are kind of cute. He's sweet. Ooh, this looks like a good book. The Restaurants That Changed America. Howard Johnson. I haven't seen a Howard Johnson, or Hojo as we used to call it, in a long time. This looks like a good book. Here in Lowe's, and they have outdoor 4th of July pillows. Red, white, and bloom. Oh! They have little popsicles. They have the little red truck too. Off is on sale, $11.98. Sweat resistant. Sunscreen you need to reapply every 2 hours while you're outside, but insect repellents with DEET vary. The reapplication varies depending on the product. The way DEET works in these kinds of products is it gets on your skin, but then it relies on kind of your heat and create like a little aroma to repel the insects. Lowe's always has some good looking indoor plants. Orchids. As a matter of fact, this is where I got my mass cane, which I have managed to not kill. And we have more little air plants. These are cute. Well, hey guys, look what just came in the mail. I ordered another Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Treatment. I love this product so much. As I've complained numerous times, detest the packaging. And I find that it doesn't last very long, but man, it's a favorite. I should have brought my X-Acto knife in here to take this little seal off, because that's going to be a challenge. Hold that thought. Aha! Finally got it. I had to crack into my X-Acto knife. Yeah, this is a really nice lip moisturizer. Alright, so update on the sunscreen that we wore today together, the NIVEA Protect Water Milk Mild. Really liked it. It doesn't pill or anything. However, I did wear it one day over a moisturizer, and I did get quite a bit of pilling. Even having allowed the moisturizer to fully dry and sink in and all that stuff. There's incompatibility, I noticed. So it's one that I think is best on clean, dry face. You may be able to get away with like a hydrating serum on underneath it. But that being said, you know, I don't find that product to be necessarily drying on its own. I also don't find it to be incredibly moisturizing. So if you have dry skin and that's going to be like the first product that you use in the morning, it may not be right for you. You know, you may want to use a more moisturizing sunscreen, or a sunscreen that you can at least layer on over a moisturizer after it has dried to not get that pilling. Let me know if you've tried that one. We reviewed together the NIVEA, I'm already blanking, the Essence last weekend. And that one I have really liked. I've repeatedly used it. I've used it on my body a few times, because as I keep mentioning, I've really been into the swimming pool these days. And so I've taken it for a test run on the body, and it's a great body sunscreen. It's just, you know, not very economical because it comes in a small tube. Speaking of body sunscreen, that Bondi Sands, man, I've really been loving that. It leaves the skin kind of like almost kind of hydrated and glowy and whatnot. Wouldn't it be nice if they came out with a tinted sunscreen for the face and body in a big bottle like that? That would be a dream come true. A non-mineral tinted sunscreen for people who don't want to deal with the white cast. I often wonder, like, why are there not more tinted chemical sunscreens? It's got to be something that is nearly impossible to formulate. You almost never get those. They're like very rare to find. I wish we had more of them, because like this battle of trying to find a tinted mineral sunscreen for people with deeper skin tones, it's like a constant guessing game. Is this gonna look you know, lavender on the skin. How is this going to blend in? It's a guessing game, and that's, you know, very costly in the long run. It'd be great if we could just get a chemical sunscreen and have it tinted, iron oxides, visible light protection. I don't know, is that difficult to formulate? I'm guessing it is. Like sunscreen, making a sunscreen, it is not like, you know, it is the most challenging thing to formulate as far as cosmetics, skincare, etc. It is the most difficult product to formulate for sure. And here in the US, as far as chemical sunscreens, there's so few filters that are FDA approved, it makes it even harder, which is why I think you actually do find some tinted chemical sunscreens throughout different countries in Europe. Have I come across a tinted Japanese or Korean sunscreen? I don't think I have. I have used a few tinted Korean hybrid sunscreens. Never a tinted Japanese sunscreen that I can think of, have I? Anyways, all that yammering aside, I think tinted chemical sunscreens must be incredibly challenging to formulate. They should create a product that is like a chemical sunscreen with a visible light shield product. I wonder if that would work. Like a product that they actually test, that it's a sunscreen that you put on the skin, and then like a visible light shield they can market it as. And you could choose a shade depending on your skin tone, basically like makeup in a sense, but they could prove that the combination of layering their chemical sunscreen with their visible light shield, that layering combination didn't negatively impact the UV protection from the chemical sunscreen, that it stayed on the skin and met all the SPF testing requirements, but then the visible shield added the visible light. That would be awesome. Like they could sell them, you know, you could buy them as a 2-pack and just choose your tint based on your skin tone. That seems like, that's gotta be doable, right? Like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I would definitely buy a product like that, because mineral sunscreens, they're a great option for around the eyes, and a lot of people love them, especially people with very sensitive skin tend to prefer them, but not always. Anyways, people like them, they like them, but a lot of people, it's like the cast, I mean, yeah. And I think they're more prone to pilling, and I think they're more difficult to spread on the skin as a whole and get even coverage. And that is why I think that SPFs, like I think people are more prone to under apply mineral sunscreens in comparison to chemical sunscreens, because of the, you know, they spread less well on the skin. I like the fluid formulas, like I love that SkinCeuticals one. When you're watching this, Skin Store typically has a sale over 4th of July weekend. So it might be on sale, I'm not sure, I'll check. But yeah, that is one that I was really impressed with. I was like, wow, yeah, whatever, I'm not gonna plunk down the cash on that. Speaking of sunscreens that I really like, these Isden ones, gosh, I wish they didn't have fragrance, but so far it's not been a problem for me with these. And these are beautiful on the skin. And the review of these should be up, but I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys over the years that these are like your holy grail sunscreens, and I definitely can appreciate why that is. Let me know in the comments if you have tried them and if you like them or not. Mineral sunscreen doesn't look as good as the Isden one, but don't sleep on is the Cetaphil one. This was a favorite in 2021, I think, maybe, I don't know. This is great. This is a great drugstore sunscreen. Water resistant, 80 minutes, very lightweight. It does leave a bit of a cast, but it's not as like intense as like a thick zinc oxide cream. I really like this product, and I've gotten comments from many of you that it is your holy grail as well. So this is definitely a more affordable alternative to the Isden ultralight emulsion. Only this product, you get that DNA repair enzyme, which might help. Studies are interesting, not definitive, but interesting. You know, when it comes to all of this stuff, the sunscreen piece, you know, I always mention is like the most important part, but the anti-aging aspect of things, if you're new here, I don't think that aging of the skin is at all a bad thing. It's more about doing what we can to preserve the integrity of our skin. Not necessarily the, you know, like not having wrinkles or anything, but like, let's not accelerate the rate of skin aging unnecessarily. And our environment these days really makes that, you know, something we have to think about, because we're going to be living a lot. We live a lot longer now than we ever did. And the sun is a lot more, the UV rays from the sun are a lot more potent because of the thinning of the ozone. And we have pollution, which is associated with a lot of adverse health effects, including to the skin. I've mentioned this before. There are studies that correlate living in a more polluted area with more stubborn acne, and likewise signs of accelerated skin aging. So things like, you know, DNA repair enzymes, antioxidants, you know, more work is needed, but there's definitely a compelling reason to keep going with that research. I always rinse my fingers off after I put my tretinoin on because I don't want to touch my eyelids. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to wrap this vlog up. I hope you all enjoyed it. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.